Today we are working on using oil pastels to draw a sea turtle on our cool color background that we made last time. You are going to be starting today with a tracer, and this tracer has a corner to it. You need to line that corner up with the side of your paper, and it doesn't matter which corner, it's a square. So you want to line that up, and you are going to trace this with a black oil pastel to create your turtle's shell. And we're only drawing part of our turtle shell to kind of show that it's swimming into our paper. You do not have to trace around the corner, so you're only really tracing this curve of your tracer. You're going to make a nice dark black line using your oil pastel. Now, this is where the head of our turtle goes, and you can see that there's kind of a flat line here. You want to go a little ways in to draw your head, and our turtle is going to have kind of a round, like a teardrop shape for a head. So just a little ways in from that straight edge on each side, you're going to go out and curve back in to kind of make a point for our sea turtle's head. Again, just pushing nice and hard with our black oil pastel. So next to our turtle's head, we're going to make its arms. It's going to curve out. And then curve back around. Kind of like a boomerang shape. And you'll do that same thing on the other side. So a little ways away from the turtle's head, you're going to go out and then curve over to make it look like your turtle is swimming through this beautiful water that you have made. So that's kind of the outline of our turtle and what he will look like. Then, to make the designs on our turtle's shell, we're going to kind of make the same curve that we already made. We're just going to go in a little way, so I'm going to curve up, go over, and then back down. So I'm just kind of repeating that same line. That's kind of the edge of our turtle shell. And then on the inside of this shell, we can make some designs too. You can separate the top part of your turtle shell with however you want with different shapes. I will do a hexagon, so I'm going to start with 2 parallel lines and then connect them with a V on either side. Then from my points, I'm going to take them out to the edge. Now, if you want to draw different shapes in the center of your turtle, that's fine, but you do want to separate this area with a few black lines so that then we can use warm colors to shade that in, okay? So this is what our turtle will look like. You could also draw in some eyes. Now again, it's kind of up to you. If you want to do a different style for your turtle's eyes, you can try something new. So I might draw mine in ovals like that, but then I'm going to leave a couple of circles to make light catchers, to do some shading in my turtle's eyes. So I'm going to shade in this part, and then I'll make those circles that I just drew white in my turtle. So there's my turtle's eyes. Now we're going to start to shade things in. Now, with the background that we have, you do need to use a lot of pressure with your oil pastels. And the one trick that's going to make this go faster is if you have paper on your oil pastel, you will want to take that paper off and use the side of your oil pastel to fill things in. So I'm going to use the side of my green oil pastel to start to fill in my turtle shell. I am going to push pretty hard when I'm doing this because we don't want to see that color coming through, but it does cover it a lot faster if you use the side. And you want to make sure your color gets all the way to the side of your paper, but try not to overlap those black lines because those colors will start to mix. And if you want them to mix to get kind of some shading going on, you could try that. Try not to go all the way over your black lines. So using the side of my oil pastel, that goes quite a bit faster. And then if you want to draw some extra lines and designs there, you could do that as well. Then I'm going to take brown for my turtle's arms and face. Now again, I'm kind of using the side, but I could just peel the paper off too to make that go even faster. But I'm using the side of this to quickly fill it in, not the point. You don't want to use the point of this, it will take too long. So I'm kind of filling it all in, getting close to the edges. I'm trying to make it so we don't see that cool color background where we want it to be brown. Okay, I will just go ahead and fill in those light catchers with white. If you want to add other details, you could do that later. Then this is where we get to our warm colors for our turtle. The warm colors are red, yellow, and orange, and we're just going to kind of make like a star design in each shape where we are mixing and overlapping these colors. So I would start actually by filling all of these in with yellow. This is kind of going to be our base of our color then. Notice how I'm doing this pretty quickly to fill my turtles back in with yellow using the side of my oil pastel. Just make sure that you go back with your yellow and make sure that your background is covered completely with that color. Then you will start in the center of your shapes and kind of just go, starting in the middle, and just work your way around it to kind of make this star shape. And I would do that on every shape with my orange, going close to the edge but making it so I can see a little bit of my yellow out at the edge. These ones I would just do a little bit that are going off the side here. Okay, once I do my orange, I would then add my red. So then I will have warm colors on my turtle's back, which is kind of a fun contrast with the cool color background. If you wanted to, if you have extra time now, some things that you can do for extra details. If you go and you take white, white's going to also help us blend these colors together in our turtle's back. So if you wanted to kind of take that white and overlap it with your yellow to kind of make your turtle's back glow, you could do that with your white. And it kind of outlines it as well. You could also outline with white or yellow around the other parts of the shell. And again, that kind of blends your colors in together to make them look a little bit more smooth. This is if you have extra time. And also go back and make sure that you really pushed hard and filled in with your colors. You could also blend your white with your brown to kind of make a lighter brown on your turtle's arms. This will kind of make it look like it's glowing and underwater and the sun is kind of reaching it underwater. The last thing you could do is take your black and add some more designs like scales to make a texture on your turtle's arms. And you could also do this on its face. Here I'm just double checking my craftsmanship, making sure my oil pastel is really covering my paper with heavy pressure blending. And that is your finished sea turtle using cool colors in the background and warm colors on your sea turtle's back. Enjoy!